Hello everyone, what is up? It is Preacher Man Sports. Welcome back to another video. And as I promised, I said I would do MLB, Teams Most Hated Rivals MLB edition. So, 2 days ago I did NFL, I did NBA yesterday, and now I'm doing MLB. Tomorrow I'll do NHL. Oh God, I don't know how this one will work because I've talked to some people about baseball and who they hate the most, people around. So without further ado, let's get this started, shall we? So obviously, I got the AL right there. The NL is down here, as you can see. So let's do with the NL first. So I always go by division. I go west, then central, and then east. You know. So right now we got the Texas Rangers. Who do they hate the most? That's easy. They hate the Houston Astros the most. It's the silver. I think it's the Silverway or the Silver Booch series, the rivalry. Battle of Texas. Basically, it's basically Houston versus Dallas sports because the Rangers they represent DFW. It's picked up recently, especially with the Rangers getting a World Series now. The rivalries picked up. The trash talks picked up. Trust me, I've known tons of Rangers fans. Guys, shout out to Snake B69. For Texas, and shout out to Spider for the Astros, and loyal to Houston for the Astros. So, and yeah, pretty much it. The Astros, like I said, they hate the Rangers the most. Texas rivalry, nothing much else to say. It's actually one of the bigger rivalries in baseball. The A's, I'm pretty sure they hate the Astros the most. I mean, come on. Astros in that division. Don't be surprised if that whole division is aimed at Houston. The Mariners, they hate the Astros the most. Playoffs, when the Mariners finally broke that streak, the Astros made them choke twice in that ALDS. And, it's heat up. The Angels, they also hate the Astros. Now, you can make a case for another team they could hate, be careful because there's another team they could hate, like the Mariners. It's a kind of a tie with the Mariners. You know what I mean? Because the Angels and Mariners got in a big confrontation about a year ago, and that's where it really picked up. But I'm gonna give it to a little split right there, if you know what I'm talking about. Let's see, Chicago White Sox. The White Sox, they hate the Indians the most. Yes, I said Indians. The Guardians. You know what I mean. I think it's really because Chicago, Cleveland sports rivalry. It's not really much else to it. But it's real, isn't it? Because I talked to a couple White Sox. They hate Cleveland the most. The Guardians. The Indians, Guardians, whatever, they hate the Chicago White Sox the most, obviously. Like I said, Chicago, Cleveland rivalry. Why do you think the Bulls and Cavs don't like each other? The Twins, they also hate Cleveland the most. Cleveland is kind of a target in that division, believe it or not, which is crazy because I can't even believe myself. There's actually another team that I heard the Twins hate, and it's not really a shocker. A lot of them really hate the Yankees because think about it. That year when the the Twins broke that record for most home runs by a team, and they went one and done to the Yankees, they got swept by them. The Twins, they can't even win a series against the Yankees. That's why you can put the Guardians right there. The Tigers, the Tigers, they hate the White Sox. Another team from a friend of mine once said that that the White Sox also hate the Guardians the most. That's just it's split between the White Sox. Because the Tigers, they're a weird team. Because Detroit, Chicago, that kind of stuff. The city rivalry, if you know what I mean. But I really lean on. I think they hate the Indians the most. But that's just me though. So that's you to see there. The Royals. pretty sure they hate the Twins the most. The Twins, from a Royal standpoint, the Twins were kind of from an annoying fan during the time. Because I'm not a Royals fan. I heard from a few Royals fans that it's like, fuck the Twins, they're poverty. But, when they won that World Series. So that's why I just lean on Minnesota for this one. Toronto, the Blue Jays going to the AL East. They hate the Red Sox the most. And don't give me that, don't give me that, oh, we hate the Rays the most. Mile High 6. All right, yeah, the Rays might be up there, but it's easily the Red Sox, like history-wise. Because Toronto and Boston sports have bad history. You got the Leafs and the Bruins. You got, Toronto. You got the Celtics and the Raptors, basically. So I just think the Jays hate the Red Sox the most. The Rays, from my good friend Zach, shout out to him, they hate the Yankees the most. A lot of Rays, and he lives in, in the area. So there's a lot of Rays fans down there that hates the Yankees the most. So don't even be surprised about that. Which is a little bit surprising to me, but I think considering a little playoff history, maybe that's the case, you could say. But when I heard it, I was a tiny bit shocked. But again, not really, because I kind of figured that they hate the Yankees the most. But I thought it was going to be Boston, but not in this case. All right. The Yankees, they hate the Boston Red Sox the most. It is the biggest rivalry in North American sports. There's a reason why it's called the rivalry, all right? There's a reason why it's called that. The reason why it's called the rivalry is because it's literally the rivalry. Which is crazy. Yeah, like Yankees and Red Sox, they've had some personal history. They've had literally mound charges that is unforgettable. Fights. It's crazy. If you go into Fenway and you're a Yankees fan, oh, get ready. You might be in a fight. Same if you're a Red Sox fan going into Yankee Stadium, you're gonna get into a fight. All right, it's literally the biggest rivalry in North American sports. Red Sox, obviously, Yankees. Oops. Yankees, like I said. but let's be for real. That's like a good rivalry. Let's see. Next up, the Orioles. From what I heard, they hate the Red Sox the most. I mean, that division is really in between Red Sox and Yankees. So keep in mind, and doing that to it. Let's see. What else? Oh yeah, that's the AL side. All right. Make sure you get a good look at it. Let's see. Orioles and Red Sox. Okay, I did got that right. Give me a sec. Making sure. There we go. Dodgers. The NL. This is the NL side, so be careful with this one. The Dodgers. I'm a Dodger fan, obviously, and we hate the San Francisco. Oops, spelled it wrong. San Francisco Giants. It's a respected, heated rivalry. I'm friends with Giants fans. We hate they hate the Dodgers. We hate the Giants. It's a respected rivalry because they embrace the hate for against each other, but they'll respect their teams at the end of the day. Like Buster Posey. As a Dodger fan, I love Buster Posey. I didn't like him when he faced the Dodgers, but he was like my favorite Giant on that team. And like the Giants, they well respected Kershaw, and it's a well respected rivalry. But it's starting to change. Like this team, like I'm about to name, is not even. It's not a rivalry, but their fan base has become extremely annoying from the Dodgers and Giants standpoint. It's the Padres. Reason why I say it is because the Padres have an annoying fan base. They're terrible. They shit on other people's teams. You know, they're disrespectful. That's why. That's why Giants fans and Dodgers fans, when it comes to the Padres, can always laugh at them for being the little brother in this division. Because it's crazy that the Diamondbacks have a World Series, the only championship in that state before San Diego. The Giants, like I said, they hate the Dodgers the most. I'm gonna put San Diego as well because friends with a few Giants fans and they really hate the Padres because of how annoying they've been. The Padres, it's not even an argument. They hate the Dodgers the most. They consider this the battle for SoCal, which I don't agree because it's not a rivalry when the Dodgers have been beating their ass all the time. So, and the one in the playoffs was the first time they beat us in the playoffs. And yeah, that's really it. The Diamondbacks fans have told me that they've actually hate the Padres the most, which is weird. I thought for sure they were gonna say Dodgers, but I don't know. The Rockies, they hate the Dodgers the most. Think it's not really much of an argument there. I think for that part, I'm not really sure. You know, the Rockies hate the Dodgers. I think that's just probably it. The Brewers. Go Brewers. I'm kidding. The Brewers. Shit. Who do the Brewers hate the most? I think the Brewers, they hate the Cardinals the most. Like, it's the Cardinals are really the only team in that division who's had like consistent success. The Brewers, they've had consistent first round exits, really. Not even a Cardinals fan. If I wasn't a Dodgers fan, I would be a Cardinals fan actually. But I'm pretty sure the Brewers hate the Cardinals. The Cubs, they hate the Cardinals the most. St. Louis Chicago rivalry. Like, it's all over their sports. The Cubs and Cardinals are one of the bigger rivalries in the in baseball. Like, it's the second biggest rivalry in the NL. Only one bigger is the Dodgers and Giants. The Cardinals, historically wise, they hate the Cubs the most. All right, I'm friends with several Cardinals fans. They hate the Cubs the most, but there's a few who hate the Brewers the most. But it's really the Cubs. It's really the Cubs, It's really the Cubs, but I'm gonna put Brewers there as well, just for like a little side note, because sometimes it's always fuck the Cubs, fuck the Brewers, that kind of stuff. So do with that as you will. The Pirates. From what I've heard, the Pirates have actually hated the Cubs the most, which I don't get. Don't ask me why. I'm just not exactly sure, It's weird, I'll tell you that. I'm just not exactly on the fun part. Let's see, Reds. The Reds hate the Brewers the most. It's kind of a weird rivalry. It's somewhat like that. You could also say they hate the. You could also say that the Reds hate the Cardinals too. That's just a side note, if you know what I mean. Braves, they hate the Phillies the most. It's really picked up because, playoff rivalry, back-to-back years where the Braves have lost to the Phillies in the playoffs, losing in 4 in both of them, which is weird. I don't know why, but it's picked up recently, especially with, Acuna versus Bryce Harper, shit like that. Let's see. Phillies, they hate the Braves the most. Braves was really probably the team pointed in that division because of the recent success they've had. Braves are the one team who's had the recent and only World Series in the past almost 20 years. The only other team who had is the the Nationals won 2019. Never mind. Everyone in that division won a World Series in the 2000s except the fucking Mets. Laugh at them. Let's see. Let's see. Nationals. Shout out to Alternate Sports. Um, they actually crap. They hate the Phillies the most. Washington, Virginia sports and Philly rivalry. Same thing with like the Commanders and the Eagles, if you know what I mean. The Marlins, they hate the Braves the most. It's not even an argument. They hate the Braves so much that they literally every time they play the Braves, that they throw pitches at Acuna. Like, it's happened multiple times. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Because it's weird. I don't know. The Mets. They also hate the Braves the most. It's kind of picked up recently that, especially last year when the Braves and Mets really faced off for that division last year when the Braves ended up winning. The Braves have been winning the division for the past decade. Really, no other team has been stepping up to them except the Mets. The Phillies are starting to give them a ride for their money now, but I guess you could say, like, for this case, it's really the Braves. So you know what I mean. So yeah, that's my video. This is what I got. I hope I'm not too wrong about this. This is the NL right here. Make sure you get all the teams right there. This is the NL right here. So make sure you get it right. And this is the AL. By the way, for people who can't see, that's the Twins right there. Sorry, it's so dark. And that's the Mariners. That's the Mariners. Because I tried to keep it to their respective colors because I color code. So yeah, that's it. Make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe. Tomorrow I will be doing the NHL edition. I'm gonna talk to a few NHL fans. Oh God, about this. So make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe, guys. I will see you guys soon. I'll see you tomorrow, and when I post the NHL video. And peace out, undeniable and undesirable.